Hey, chain breakers, Lee and Kiari here. Are you ready to conquer your cravings? Yes, me too. So, as you are hopping on, whether you're catching the live or the replay, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. And I want you to drop in the comments um, what is it that you crave? What do you find yourself craving the most? Okay, would love to know. So, and for those that don't know me, hello again. My name is Lee and Kiari, and I inspire the busy working mama like yourself to ignite your purpose, reignite your purpose with a fierce mindset, unwavering motivation, and total body movement. And I'm so glad to have you here. So, if you didn't catch our last week's video, we talked, this is a mini three video mini series on let's get fresh, clean eating with real food. Okay. And the previous video, I talked about what is clean eating and what does that mean, because there's actually many different variations of what people consider clean eating. And I told you what I do, and that works for me, I believe works for the busy mama like yourself, or busy anyone, to still eat clean without like losing your mind, right? So we need that. So again, keep dropping. What is it that you crave? What is it specifically? And we're going to dive into a little bit of maybe why you crave that, because I think it's important to know why we crave things, and then what we can do to, have a little more discipline, be able to stop ourselves when those cravings hit. Okay. So I've got 4 reasons for you, 4 reasons why you may crave, why you have these cravings, why I have these cravings. Okay. We're going to go over those, and I'm going to give you just a little action step to do with that. Okay. So the first one is it's habitual. It's habitual. And I would love for y'all, as we talk about these, let me know if it applies to you. If that's kind of the reason you feel like you're craving things. If that applies to you, I would love to know. So put, as I say it and as I explain it, put, oh, habitual is me, or whatever. Okay. So habitual, like it's just a habit. It's just something you do. I'll give an example. When I would cook, okay, like I realized this in January, because I did a dry January. One of my friends was doing it. I was like, I'm gonna do a dry January, not have any alcohol. I don't drink a whole lot anyway. But I was like, I'm gonna do a dry January, whatever. And so when I would start cooking, I would like reach for that bottle of red wine. And I'm like, well, oh wait, no, I can't, because I'm doing my dry January. And I was like, then I felt like I needed it. I was kind of craving it. But it was more because it became a habit. Whenever I start cooking, well, let me just pour myself a glass of red wine, and just that's just what I did. And I realized, that is just interesting for me, just some kind of self-awareness of what I was doing and why I was doing it. So that it could be a reason why you have some cravings, is becomes habitual. Maybe you're like, well, I have dessert every night after dinner. I just do. I have dessert. So it's probably become a habit, right? It's another example, having dessert every night. Well, we want to change that habit. Okay. If we are, because I'll tell you, with dessert, if y'all know me, y'all know I'm the sugar, and believe me, I still fight with the sugar cravings as well. But sugar really is the root of most of inflammation, and of some of what am I saying? Of chronic diseases, chronic illnesses. Okay. So when you have sugar, when you eat sugar on a regular basis, then yeast grows in this, when you are it eats. What am I trying to say? Hello. My mind was going blank for a minute. Yeast feeds off sugar. Okay. And so that's when you can actually get a systemic yeast infection, not like a woman's yeast infection, like a systemic in your body. It's on your organs and all this stuff. And it craves that sugar. Okay. But if you starve it, then the yeast dies off. Okay. And you actually start feeling better. But that's for another topic. Okay. Like I said, it could be habitual. So how do we deal with that? Well, we have to change our habits. We have to interrupt those habits. Okay. One way you can do that is not buy the food. Not buy the food. Don't have it in your house and it won't be there. It won't be there. Maybe you're used to grabbing that snack, as soon as you get home from work before cooking or something. Don't let it be there. Don't let that sugary or processed food snack be there, so that, that's something that you can do. You got to break that habit. Just like I did, I did it out of willpower with the whole dry January. Cause I'm like, no, I'm going to drink for a whole month. Which I actually extended that because I felt so much better. When I went to go grab it, like, nope. So, I put that away, out of sight, out of mind, didn't buy anymore, of course. So habitual. Okay. The second reason you may be having cravings, emotional. How many of y'all can relate to that? Emotional. You're on a high or low, and you're like, I need to eat. Maybe you just need some, you eat that comfort food, right? It's that comfort food. And it helps, kind of just, you feel like it numbs the pain, numbs you out or whatever. But what's really important with emotional eating is that you need to identify reasons why you're emotionally eating. Okay. Ask yourself, are you stressed? Are you bored? Are you mad? Are you annoyed? Like, ask yourself why, what you're feeling when you're going to grab that. Okay. And let's replace that with something else. Okay. Maybe if you're stressed out, go for a run or a walk. You don't have to run, but maybe do some exercise to release some of that energy, and that'll help you feel better. Not going for that, grabbing that food. Okay. Same thing with, and I relate to that too. Sometimes if you're stressed out, whatever, oh, let me just drink some wine. Let me grab a beer. Let me grab this, and it'll just make me feel better. Think about why you're grabbing it. Are you grabbing it because you're bored? Because you're upset about something? Then you're like, okay, I don't really need it or want, it's a craving, right? All right. And number three reason why we crave things. We have nutrient deficits. We are nutrient deficient. Okay. That means we are not getting all the nutrients that our body needs. And so it starts craving things. Okay. That's your body telling you, I need something. I am without, I need something. Okay. So, maybe you're not, one of the big things, I hear a lot in little buzzwords, is like magnesium. Chocolate has magnesium. Okay. So we're like, I want to eat all the chocolate. Maybe because you're low on magnesium. Okay. So, of course, the big thing on how to combat, these nutrient deficits is to eat nutrient dense foods. Okay. Kind of what we talked about last time about clean eating. You need those high protein foods. Okay. Veggies. Think about, I always think about, like, our bodies are like our cars. Okay. And, you have to fuel up your cars, right? You got to give it gasoline. Okay. Well, if you get the least expensive gasoline, it keeps you going. It keeps the car running, right? But it's not the cleanest thing, and it can still slow you down. And it's because it sludges up the engine. It's not a clean of a fuel, right? There's impurities in it. But if you use the super unleaded or whatever it's called, then it's much cleaner. You're fueling your car. It has less, I'm looking at my car out my window here. Less impurities. It helps your engine run smoother. There's not sludge getting caught up in it, slowing things down, breaking things down. And so that's the same way we got to look at our food. Okay. Our food is our body's fuel. And so we need to feed it with the best things possible. Now, I'm not saying I'm 100%. I'm not. I'm always working on it, but it's being aware of that and making better choices every day. And, again, maybe not even having the junk stuff in your house where you have no choice but to eat the good stuff. That's kind of how I am. If I don't have like the snacky stuff that, I'm wanting the sugary or savory stuff, and all I have is a banana. I mean, bananas are okay. All right. But if I'm hungry and I'm wanting a snack, but it's not quite at dinner time, whatever, there's nothing else in the house, I will eat the dang banana because I'm hungry. And then I feel better afterward. I mean, let's be honest, but it's not my go-to thing. And so that's why you have to strategically place things and have things on hand, such as, fruits and veggies that are already washed, and we'll kind of go over that next week. But having stuff there that there's no other choices, that will help you eat that nutrient dense food. Okay. We got to discipline ourselves, right? And any way we can. So view food as your fuel. Okay. And then the number 4 reason why we have cravings is we may have a hormone imbalance. And that's huge buzzwords right now. Everyone's talking about the hormones. And I know if you're around my age, it's some things that we start thinking about, right? So, with the hormone imbalances, one thing that helped me, there's so many different hormones in play, by the way, y'all, and I'm not just talking about just the estrogen and the testosterone and all. I'm talking about like our hunger hormones. Okay. The ghrelin, the leptin, things that our brain signals, oh, you're hungry, or, oh, I'm full. Those things get out of whack. Whackity whack. They get out of balance because our society is like, okay, we're going to eat breakfast at this time, lunch at this time, dinner at this time, whether we're really hungry or not. Okay. And I know for me, it's something that worked well for me is intermittent fasting. So I did intermittent fasting, and I did it for about 2 years, and I'll still do it sometimes, but I'm actually eating a little bit more. I'm eating breakfast more because I'm, changing things up, eating more protein, more of a balanced thing. But the intermittent fasting was so helpful for me because it helped me kind of reset my hormones, my hunger hormones, because I actually once, after that first few days, were pretty tough. But after the first few months, I was actually able to see when I was actually hungry and when I wasn't hungry and when I was full and when I would stop overeating. So it helped me kind of reset myself and know when I was actually hungry. And even when I was doing intermittent fasting, 6 days a week, basically 6, 7 days a week, if I was super hungry, because I could tell the difference. I could tell the difference in my body. And when I was like, oh, my body needs something right now, I am that hungry, I would break my fast. I'd always try to go 16 hours, but I would shoot, it was 12 hours, 14 hours. I'd break it, go ahead and eat something because no, I can tell I need this. I need this. My body is telling me I need this. And that is that hunger hormones, actually working, actually doing what they need to be doing. Okay. And we've lost that in our society. We've really lost that. Okay. And so some other ways to help with that and also to help with nutrient deficiency is, supplementation, getting probiotics, prebiotics. That is something because it helps with our gut health, and our gut houses so many of our hormones and deals with so many different things, including, our hunger, sleep. I mean, there's so many other things, but, we're talking about cravings right now. But having a good prebiotic, pre, pro, and post. I take something that actually has a postbiotic as well, that is really good to help clean up that gut health. Okay, because it's very interesting that they say the gut is the second brain, right? Like it really is. You actually have your longest cranial nerve that goes from your gut to your brain. So it's true. It's true. Okay. So having a good pre and probiotic, and the one I take is with a postbiotic. So I love that one. If you want more information on that, I can give you that if you need some help. Having increased fiber, and actually chromium as well. Chromium helps stabilizes blood sugar. Um, that can help again with that imbalance of things. So those are 4 reasons why we have these cravings: the habitual, emotional, nutrient, you have a nutrient deficit, or a hormone imbalance. Okay. So tell me which ones. I hope, look in the comments. Make sure you are putting in which one of those that you relate to. Would love to know which ones of those do you relate to, and um, are you committing to working on it? Yes, because we want to conquer those cravings. We want to conquer those cravings. Okay. So I hope that you found value. Let me know in the comments if you found value in this. #value. Invite your friends, share this group with them, because we are all about trying to hold each other accountable, help each other, motivate each other to, live our best life. Okay. And we are going to be gearing up for a challenge soon. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I will come back to the feed and answer any questions you may have. And until next time, rise up, break free, and unlock your best life. See you soon.